Hi there, Abraxas Rex Jr. here. I am part of the old team and the slow team. So I'm doing the best I can for an elderly gamer, as they say. Sharing my first Fortnite video. I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time on it. Talking a little bit about my philosophy playing Fortnite as a elderly gamer. Somebody who is well past 40, who started playing video games with an Atari 2600 in probably 1977. Oh God, a long time ago. So I've come a long way since playing Adventure and Freeway. Freeway was an Activision version of Frogger. That was a very interesting little glitch there. So here I am. One of my strategies, I'm not very creative, one of my strategies is to hit the high-rise here in Sweaty Sands. What an interesting glitch. Although I had to jump to get away from the other guy there because he got the shotgun before I did. It's kind of started off on the wrong foot on this session, which happens a lot when you're old. You know, all of a sudden the game is over within you're like 99th or 98th, and here I am. I only have 20 hit points left. I'm, searching around. Don't even have a weapon yet. I don't think. Oh, I got a shotgun. Not looking good, is it? And clearly my strategy, such that it is not paid off very well so far. But anyway, I like to start off in the high rise in Sweaty Sands. I think it's changed a little bit here with Season 2 of Chapter 2. It seems to me, and I'd be interested if anybody else has had the same impression, it seems to me that it used to be you had a pretty decent shot at finding a sniper rifle in one of these chests. There's like, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, at least 5 or 6 chests in this building. And there was a pretty even shot that you would get a sniper. And so what I like to do is, if I could get in what I like to do was kind of wedge myself on the roof of the building with the sniper, and as the storm circle starts to come in here, almost always you're not going to be in the storm circle here. So get up on the top of the roof with the sniper, take a couple of shots, have your automatic, your AR ready to go in case they get closer to the building, and try to take a couple of people out as they're trying to escape as the clock winds down. It's part of my strategy. I don't know, probably not necessarily such a great strategy, but it's something that I've done over and over again. So I still only have 20 hit points at this point. I'm a little concerned, looking for something to try to find a medical kit or something. Found some bandages here, so I'm gonna try to address. Lucky that I survived to this point after falling off the top of the building. One of the other things that I find interesting when you look through the replays, as you can see here, it's always surprising to me how close you come to some of the other players. When you hear, like you can hear, there's a gun battle going on right now, and if I had higher hit points, I might have tried to intervene and take a pot shot at somebody who's paying attention to something else. But it's interesting how really close they really are to where I'm located. You don't really notice that much. So I managed to survive here to this point. Had that one other guy in the building. Got in a good position to take him out with a headshot with the shotgun. So now I'm just trying to get some more health. Lucked out here with the bandage bazooka, so I can finally fix the mistake I made at the very first seconds of the game when I landed, and kind of get myself together. I'm going to skip ahead a little bit here because everybody else has left town, and I'm going to sneak around a little bit more because I wasn't sure if there was still somebody around. I go up to to the roof here. I forgot that I knocked out the floor there, so I have to go back around. I'm just going to skip down a little bit. So I'm going to take a good look around. I really love to use the building if I can. I think it's not it's probably not the best strategy in the world, but it's a strategy that I'm set in my ways. I'm an old dude. Kind of do the same thing over and over again, as you'll see. I don't know how great of a strategy that is, but that's something that I've done often. So the other thing that I tend to do is I tend to wait out until pretty much I need to make a run for it to get out of the storm. I try not to cut it too terribly close. It's been a while since I've been killed off by the storm. I think it's probably been a couple months since that happened. But I don't like to take off right away. At least not on the initial one, on the initial circle. After that, because it goes so much faster, I might just keep running once that happens. So when I start out in Sweaty Sands, obviously I'm just trying to stay ahead of the storm at this point. I find that I try to avoid the population centers, assuming I've got decent equipment and weapons. I try to stay on the high ground as much as possible and stay off away from those buildings. Just because if there's anybody like me who's kind of lingering behind to catch any stragglers, which I often do also, then you don't want to be running in between two buildings and not really have a great vision on what's going on. If you can stay on the high ground as much as possible, I feel like it's just a better strategy. Let's skip ahead a little bit here. So I have not, since season 2 started, spent too much time in the new locations, just because I feel like to get in there, avoid the other 99 players, potentially get one of the exceptional weapons, or get shot up by the automatic guns. It seems like if you're playing Battle Royale, it just seems like a high risk, low reward game plan most of the time. That's not to say I'm not going to spend too much time trying it as the season goes on. You can see there's a bunch of. It looks like there's at least one player that's still on the island, right? Here I mess up. I always forget this is the waterfall. You can't. So you can only go so far. I think it's probably like here that I realize I'm crap and stuff, so I just take off. I'll skip ahead a little bit more. If you ever wondered whether a missile will open the supply drop, the answer is a definitive no. I guess the only way you can open it is to actually get up and search it and risk getting sniped. I've started trying to go after the supply drops more here recently in games. I used to try to avoid it, except if I was going to stake it out and try to pick somebody off that was trying to go after it. But I find that a lot of people just don't bother with them anymore, and I don't know whether that's why whether people feel like the supplies that are in the supply drop are just not worth it, or not that much better than what you can find in a building or in a chest somewhere. I feel like now that they have the new I don't know what you call it, the springboard, the launch pad rather. Now that that's back again, I feel like you find those in the supply drops a lot more than you would find them just randomly on the map otherwise. I've been going after them a lot more. In this game here, as you can see, I'm going after multiple ones. And I just feel like people are kind of avoiding going after them now. I'm not sure exactly why. So, and I want to go back to something else about supplies too. I feel like there's a couple of changes that are odd. I mentioned that my strategy has always been to try to stay in the building, find a sniper, go up on the roof, take a couple of shots with the sniper rifle. I feel like not only am I not finding the sniper rifles when I land at Shifty Sands and on the in that high rise where I started, but I'm finding that they just don't show up that much at all in the game. I don't know if you guys feel the same way, and I don't know if and I haven't played. I didn't play enough Season 2, Chapter 1 to notice whether it was that much different from the from the chapter 1. I don't know, but I feel like we're just not. I'm not seeing sniper rifles like I used to, and that's, I think, perhaps purposeful. I have to look it up and see if there's anything, if anybody's written about that. Maybe the developers decided that it was just it was too much power for people who were good with a sniper rifle to just pick people off and try to encourage people to close and be more active in these engagements. I don't know, but it just seems like there's a lot less that those sniper rifles just aren't showing up like they used to. So I'm here in the box factory. I messed around for a little bit, go up on the roof. I'm going to set up a little place and try to take a look at around here. I'm going to skip ahead a little bit because they really didn't, as you can see from the map, they just aren't really all that close. And I finally see a running gun battle. And this is part of the problem of not having the snipers readily available anymore. Here, I'll show you in a second when it happens. Is I've got a really good assault rifle, but you can see those two guys are down there by the river, and now they're having a running gun battle. Perfect opportunity for me to take a good snipe shot at one of these guys, right? But all I've got is a AR. Sniper rifles just don't seem to be around, or I'm just having bad dumb luck on those different chests that I'm finding or whatever. I'm not really sure what's going on. But anyway, I eventually give up the ghost here and move on down the road. We'll skip ahead a little bit more. I take a couple of shots, I think, here, and this another running gun battle down by the river there. But it's just kind of pointless without a sniper. I really feel like it's affected my strategy, or maybe it hasn't because I'm still trying the same stuff. But I really would have. I think I would have had at least one or two decent shots at a couple of these guys down in this valley from that location, and it just didn't happen because I didn't have the opportunity. So now we're getting down to the end here. The other thing that I try to do, and I don't know whether it's right or not, I don't know strategically whether it makes a lot of sense, but as I said, I'm not much of a builder. I'm not very fast. So if you're not very fast, this is pretty much any video game's rough. You're just in trouble. But particularly the building part of this game, if you're not fast, is rough. As you can see, I'm super slow. Just building up my little nest here. But it's, I feel like, so I'm going to get, this guy's going to interrupt me here. So, getting on the high ground, it's helpful, I think. I don't know, again, whether that is, for the people who are really great at this game, I don't know whether they think that's a good strategy or not, but certainly that's something that I found. So here we come to the big end. This dude's down in the valley. He obviously does not have a very good AR because aim is all over the place. But I am also not hitting him very well here. Something happened there. I want to say it must have been I have some lag sometimes because I would have been. I think I would have been shooting through all of that here. So get a couple of good shots in here. Now I throw these think I overshot him. I don't think I got anywhere near. It was too far. And I don't know whether that distracted him or what, because then he kind of does this odd thing where he runs out. And I'm not sure why he did that. Other than just try to get a look at me. And then I get the headshot there. And that's all over. So I'm not sure exactly what he was doing there. It probably should have. It would have been interesting to turn around once I got down here, so you could get a look at, what his view was. But I'm not too sure it made much difference. So this is a recent